everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Turnovers will be an even bigger focus in today's game as both teams come in ranked in the top 10 in turnover differential. It's the Jaguars going up against the Titans.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll run it again with Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Great coverage there holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Jarvis Landry. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jarvis Landry, 83 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Goff now to throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it'll bring up third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing on third. Gone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry, because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the second quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now, because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, they feel like they can't stop him.
And this is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's third and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Looking to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great... job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he finds Corey Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Derrick Henry stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second down following the run.
Again, it's Henry. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
And now here's a carry heading left. And some room to work. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brandon Marshall not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. handoff looking right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on first down. Caught. This is Ivory. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stock troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to him, and the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throw here out of the gun. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. I'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. There goes Duke Johnson. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. Duke Johnson with officially a 103-yard return. And the Titans have made this a one-score game.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Lockett. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jarvis Landry with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And the lead is now 13. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. A beautiful fake. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now it's the backup Bradford. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Titans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Bradford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And spins away. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. I think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Titans getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll set up a throw. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Let's go! 3-19!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That goes for a gain of 31.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the change-up, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We won 6. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee. And that's the 25-yard line. Carry now for Kareem Hunt. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
yeah.
Because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. On 1st and 10, Goff. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st down, Goff. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now they try the right side here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
Back to throw here. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. On for the extra point is Folk. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The throw on 2nd down is gone. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st down, it's gone. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
3rd and long. It's gone. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. This is taken around the 12. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now Goff on 1st down. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays. Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Looks to be right around the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Goff now looks to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 2nd down, here's Goff. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 14 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because they go down and score a touchdown. This thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.